Okay, welcome everyone to this webinar called How Nonprofits Can Benefit from Using Conga Composer. My name is Ruben Schuring. I'm the CEO of Cloud for Good Netherlands, and I'm very happy that we can show you the possibilities of Salesforce and I think one of the most favorite apps used by nonprofits called Conga. Let me see the next screen. Cloud for Good is a Salesforce.org premium partner, and we focus specifically on nonprofits and higher education organizations. So we work with small nonprofits and big nonprofits, all because we love to work with nonprofits. So it's both our mission to work with these kind of organizations. And since we launched in 2010, as you can see on the next slide, we have seen tremendous growth. Our customers see us as a trusted partner, and our employees have actually voted us to be a best place to work for the second year in a row. That was last year. We made it to the top 50 best small businesses to work in 2017, and we were recognized by Fortune magazine. So that's great. We are a team of over 60 people in the United States and Canada, and I am leading the European branch, which now consists of 4 people, as you can see in the next slide. So the first picture is Tal Frankfurt, our international CEO and founder, and then comes the 4 Dutch employees, of which I am the second, so the middle in the picture. We're based in the Netherlands, and one important thing to mention is that all our employees are not only Salesforce certified professionals, they also bring years of nonprofit experience to the table. So we see that as an important advantage because we really understand how nonprofits work and what they need. And we like to start there before we drill down to the technical part of the solution for our customers. We can help your organization become more efficient and effective. So whether that's a solution to help you better communicate with your constituents via marketing automation tools, or say a case management application to help you offer more services, we have the experience and the expertise. One of the Cloud for Good advantages is that we are certified across all the Salesforce applications. We have experience with many applications that can enhance your Salesforce experience, and I would say Conga is really one of the most advised apps, just because it fits the needs of many of our clients. But I won't spill the beans on what it actually does, because my co-host for this webinar is Cyril from Conga, a sales engineer. Thank you, Cyril, for joining, and I would say the floor is yours.
So hi, so I'm Cyril. I work at Conga. I've been at Conga for about 2.5 years now. I'm a solution engineer. I've started working as in the support team at Conga, and I was a solution engineer. I deal with everything regarding training, proof of concepts, and demos. So I will start with my slide on Conga Composer, which shows exactly what this app does, because we have other apps than Conga Composer. So Conga Composer can bring data from your Salesforce and format it in a nice document. So we can grab data anywhere in Salesforce. On the left side, you can see the records, you can see the graphs, charts, or attachments. Once you grabbed all your data, we manipulate it, and then we can create templates and documents in Word, PowerPoint, Excel, PDF, or email HTML. So the whole Microsoft suite. Once you have your document, we can save it in Salesforce, anywhere in Salesforce. It can be Salesforce files, not attachment, or attached to an email. But we can also send it to an external storage facility like Google Box, Google Drive, OneDrive, Box.com, or electronic signature like DocuSign or Adobe eSign. And as a platinum partner with Salesforce, so Conga Composer works on Salesforce Classic, Lightning, and Salesforce One. Once you have your document and that's saved, we can also automate it as a calendar, so with Conductor, or a workflow with an event in Salesforce. So now I will just go back to my Salesforce screen. So what I've done, so for this use case, it was a thank you letter for a donation and an annual summary of all the donations. So I have two buttons here. I have my thank you letter via post and annual summary. I've chosen Salesforce Classic here for this demo because you wanted to see how you could do that with reports. Reports work only with Salesforce Classic. If you want to use it on Lightning, you will need to use super queries. I will talk about them briefly after. So I have my contact here, which is Matt Damon. He's done a few donations. So they're on the account of Matt Damon. So if I scroll down, I have 5 donations here. So 4 are closed ones this year, and 1 from a campaign spring that hopefully will close. So I will go back to my contacts and click on my button. So I will just show you the final results and then explain you how we do that. So right now what it does, it grabs all the data from my contacts and opportunities. It grabs the right template, so my thank you letter template is here. You can choose from here the format you want, so you can keep it in Word or tick PDF. You can also download it or attach it to an email or save it in Salesforce. So everything is done from here. And again, everything can be automated and we can hide this window. I will just click on Merge and Download, and I will have my letter with the last donation, which was done in December for $200. So my Word is here. I will open it. So as you can see, we have the contact information. We have the address of Matt Damon in Los Angeles, the date of today, the name of the association, and the last contribution. We have the logo here for Conga. We have the logo of the association or the company. We can have also a signature or other details here. So it's a very basic template I'm showing you. Basically, everything in Word, we can do it. If you want to add pictures, tables, highlighting, change the fonts, it's all part of the Word suite. To do this, we have something called a template builder. So I will just keep that opened. Where is my here? And I will open my template here. So again, it's just a Word document, very basic. We have a header here with a picture, my logo. I just wanted to show you that we can have an actual logo fixed in the template itself, like the Conga one. It can also be a picture stored in Salesforce or even on a website. So this one, I just grabbed the logo directly from the website of WWF. And then we have fields here between curly brackets. So that's where the magic happens in Conga Composer. Everything coming from curly brackets are fields from Salesforce. I have my user company here, my opportunity amount. And those fields, you'll have them in what we call the template builder here. So that's what I was saying. So that's really the admin side of Conga. Everything can be hidden for your end users. So here what it does, it just scans my Salesforce, grabs all my fields from the contacts and the account, and also I've created a report to grab the last contribution from Matt Damon for this thank you letter. So once you have your fields, if you want to add fields, I will take the account name, and I will take, I don't have his phone number. And well, I will take his address again. So as you can see, when you click here, you have your fields on the right side, and you just do a copy and paste in Word. And then you have updated your template. If you want to add pictures, it's really just a function in Word. If you want to change the font, it's just Microsoft Word. Once you're happy with your template, you can save it on your hard drive or save it in Salesforce for all your other users. We have an object called Conga template in Salesforce where you can attach everything. So I will just go here. So it's my official demo environment, so I have a lot of Conga objects that you won't have. You have a Conga template object here, and it's just you attach your files here. You can also have some folders if you don't want to mix up everything. It can be by activity. Here I've created a non-profit folder just for my circulator and my summary. You can restrict it by language or per profile or per user or per industry. It can be absolutely anything. And to do this, so this button that I've created here on my contacts, we have something called Conga Solution. Conga Solution will allow you to create a button and your whole solution directly from this tool. So I will show you the one I've created for this one, so my circulator. So you have the name of your button here. You have your master object, which is the object where you want your button to be created. And here you can add your reports, your queries, your templates, and parameters. The parameters are where you choose if you want to save it in PDF or save it in Salesforce or do a lot of things. Here we can see I have a parameter to save it in Salesforce files. My OFN parameter is for the output file name. So if I save my document, it will be thank you later for Matt Damon. So everything is done from here. If I want to start from scratch, it's just create a new button. You give it a name, Matt. You choose your object. And then from here, you attach everything you need, your templates, your reports, and your parameters. Once you're happy, you click on Create button, and you add it on the layout. So everything is done from here, absolutely no coding, just copy and paste and point and click. So that was my really simple template for the thank you later. Now I will click on my annual summary. So the use case for this one was to have a summary of all my donations for this year. So all my closed won opportunities, basically, and then attached to an email and saved in PDF. As you can see here, this time my PDF is ticked automatically. Email is selected, it's not download anymore. And save a copy to Salesforce files and my template as well here. Because I've wanted to send an email, I've created an email template here as well. It's like a Salesforce communication template here in Salesforce. I will click on merge an email, and what it will do, it will grab Matt Damon's email address, attach my summary, and also I've done a small template in HTML to show you what we can do here. So we can see Matt Damon is here. I have my title here, annual summary of your donations, and then dear Matt, blah blah blah, and a table from for what is done this year. And I think I have a signature and the contact information from the contact owner, Bob. And my PDF here that I will open. Again, I kept the same header with the same logos. Still Matt Damon, and here I have my table with my donations. So to get those, you have two ways to do that. You have reports, so very classic Salesforce reports, and SQL queries. They do the same thing, it's just that Salesforce reports are for Salesforce Classic, and SQL queries are for Salesforce Lightning and Salesforce One. I will open my Salesforce report to show you how you create a report with the data you want to grab in Conga. So I'm going here, up, no thanks, and I have my annual donation report. So as you can see, it's just a very simple report. So you choose the dates, so close dates, current fiscal year, I have my dates here. The stage is stage close one, and then to keep it populated by the right account or contact, you have to keep the ID empty. And then Conga will match the ID while you click your button to populate this account ID. That was for the annual donation, so there are no real filters except the close one. If I go on my last donation, it was a bit more interesting. So how you do it? Still stage equals closed one. You want the last donation, so you use limit one row in the Salesforce report and descending close date to get the most recent donation. Once you have your report, again, you go in Conga Solutions, you attach them, and when you will click your button in Conga, I will come back here, back. So when you attach a report to a query, in your template builder, you have more objects or data sets. So you will still have your contacts and accounts, but now I'll have a report with 4 rows because I have 4 donations. And then you have your fields again here. Again, it's just a copy and paste. Conga will create a table for you when it finds out that you have more than 1 row. So I will take the opportunity name, the amount, and the close date. As you can see on the right side now, I have table start, table end. That's what will tell Conga that it's a table. And I will copy and paste that again in my template here. Then the next time you click your button, if you have no data, you'll have no table. If you have 1 row, you'll have 1 row. If you have 10 rows, you'll have 10 rows. It's all dynamic, just because of those table start, table end. If you want to change the format of your table, then it's just, again, Word. So if you want to change the border style, or just maybe no border at all, you don't want to see that it's a table, you can hide absolutely everything and change the layout. So that was the Conga part. I don't know if you have any questions, Ruben.
One thing, one question. Now, with that table, can you also add your own rows and columns, and then add in the merge fields? Or does it have to go from Conga?
No, you don't have. It's just a help.
Okay.
If you know how to do it manually, you can do it manually. It's just the template builder is really here to help you. All those fields between curly brackets, you may know them already. They're Salesforce API's name. So you just copy and paste them, or you just can type them. So if you already know them, you don't need the assistant.
Okay, great.
And as a really nice feature that you can do in Conga and Word are if statements. So if you want to change Mr. or Mrs., if you have a field in Salesforce that tells you if it's Mr. or Mrs., you can just add if statements. So check in Excel. So that's a word feature. So you just put your field name equal something and show me this or that. So it's a way to do dynamic content in your template and not in Salesforce directly. So it allows you to not create a field in Salesforce. Again, we are not web designers at Conga. That's what I always say. The only limitation is what you can do in Word or Excel or PowerPoint. So you can do much better than that. It's just how you know how to use Word. Regarding Conga, so as I said, we have parameters to automate everything. Everything is in our solution manager. So I'll just go back here and show you a quick selection of what we can do. So the whole library is included in your app, but it's also in our support website. So if you click on customize Salesforce parameters, you will have the whole library here of what we can do. So you can change the appearance parameters. So that's where you can hide the whole window. You can disable the template builder link. You want to avoid your users to modify the template, you just select it and add the parameter. If you want to add, let's say I wanted to save it in PDF, you'll have a parameter called default PDF. This way, the document will always be created in PDF. So everything is done from this page. You have about 200 parameters where you can play with. So you can do a lot of things. That's where you can also create tasks automatically. So if you did a campaign for a donation, you didn't have an answer in 2 weeks, you could create a task automatically when you send the letter to remind you in 2 weeks to contact Matt Damon again and see if he's still interested. So everything is here. It's activity login, activity subject, save text, and follow-up date to have a task reminder in Salesforce. So we have a lot of parameters. They're all here. Or you can also contact us or support team to know exactly your requirements and help you achieve them. Once you're happy with your Conga Composer solution, then you can automate it with Conga Conductor, so it's a calendar, or workflow. Everything is in the background, but I won't show you that today. It's a bit more technical. I'm done, I think. Any questions, Ruben?
If we are looking at this and we want to, or one of our customers or anybody who's viewing the webinar wants to buy Conga, what do we do?
Okay. So if you are interested in Conga Composer, you can go directly on the App Exchange in Salesforce. You will find our app. So you can type it here if it's on the first page. So we have a trial for 30 days. So you can try it in a devlog, a sandbox, or even in production.
Okay, that's great.
And when you're happy with it, you can contact your account manager or account executive to activate those licenses. So everything is done from the App Exchange.
Cool, thank you. Okay, so I think that concludes our webinar about Conga Composer. I'm sure it can be a great solution to a lot of non-profits. And yeah, what I really like is just using your standard Salesforce environment and not having to create extra Excel overviews or extra documents where you keep some data to be able to print or make a letter or make labels. So thank you for that. And thank you for watching this webinar. and see you later.